Hello everybody and welcome to Parks Bros. It's Drew here. We're finally back. Day 3. That's right, the park is open. It's a little rainy, but that's okay. We're braving the light storm and listening to some incredible cello from Eleanor Barsworth. As a cellist myself, it's really cool to see a cellist playing in Silver Dollar City daily for Street Fest, and I would definitely recommend checking out her show. But since it's early morning, we're gonna head over towards Time Traveler. It's become a tradition at this point, and see how long the line is. Hopefully it's not too bad, but and the rain's kind of, hopefully it deters some people. But now we have this glass factory demonstration where they're blowing glass, which is awesome. So once they finish their beautiful artwork, this is what it can turn into. I mean, look at some of the detail and colors on some of this stuff. It is just incredible all around. Glass blowing has always been a super interesting topic to me. And to see little elephants and fish and sharks and all these wonderful things, it is just incredible. And it makes me really appreciate what these just genuine artists can do. But if you're curious where the glass factory is, as well as demonstrations, and of course where you could purchase at Hazel's Glass, it's right next to Time Traders and Time Traveler, as well as across from Christmas Hollow. Well, we were thinking about riding Time Traveler, but currently it's a 30-minute wait. We're also hungry. We want some breakfast. And it's also running one train. So the wait is actually going to be a half hour or so. But hey, we're just going to grab some breakfast, have a good time just walking around and embracing the park while we can. Well, for whatever reason, if we really wanted to get soaked, we can. I think. Yeah, Mystic River Falls is open. Not today, though. No thanks. Well, due to the rain, there's like no wait for it, and it's understandable. You get soaked on this ride, especially with these little water cannons out here. So I don't blame it for not having a line. But man, this is a really fantastic ride either way. So I gotta say, that is one of the most terrifying moments of any raft ride I've ever been on. Going around this tube-like structure, kind of like a water slide, in a giant raft is way more scary than I would have ever thought. And that splashdown just adds on even more. But honestly, with all the beauty and the fun, this ride is just one of those rides I will have to go on every time I visit, even if it's 45 degrees. Now, we're gonna walk away from Mystic River Falls. Now we're gonna try and warm up a little bit, get some hot chocolate, and of course, some cinnamon bread. Now, since we had the regular cinnamon bread yesterday, or no, 2 days ago now, I'm time traveling all over the place. We're gonna try some of the new stuff, like the apple pie, or the peach cobbler. But also, look at these cookies. Oh my goodness, so delicious. I know that soundtrack. That's from DCA. What the heck? Wrong park. I'm confused now. My brain's like, we're at California Adventure, but this is not the same raft ride, that's for sure. Sure as heck isn't a clam chowder bread bowl. Oh my goodness, look at that. The caramel and chocolate version. We got the apple pie, but I might have to steal a little bit if that's okay. Oh yeah. Look at this apple pie cinnamon bread. Oh my goodness. All right, let's try the apple pie version of cinnamon bread. All right. The cinnamon bread is still really, really good. And the apples just give it an extra little bit of flavor. And I really enjoy it. I don't know if I like it more than the original, but it's still really dang good. I want to try it with the apple butter especially though. All right, now I'm actually gonna try a little piece of the caramel chocolate glazed cinnamon bread. Let's see how it is. All right, so after having the caramel chocolate, I think that's probably my least favorite. Not that it's bad or anything, I just feel like it's getting too sweet at that point. Like, cinnamon bread itself is already super sweet, but then just adding that on, it's a little much for me. I think apple pie is my favorite so far, but I still gotta try it with the butter.
Apple pie goes with the apple butter, I guess, right?
So, just a couple of minutes ago, without my knowledge, our buddy Cliff, Analog Thrills on Instagram, go follow him. He put a poll on his story, and apparently to make my life miserable, he said, hey, should we ride Mystic River Falls? Yes or no? At the current moment, there's 80% yes on that Instagram poll. I don't want to do this, guys. It's too cold. It's literally raining. Like, oh man, it's like 50 degrees, man. Oh, please vote no. I know this is like coming out like a week later, but please vote no. Going back to that cinnamon bread that I had, I don't even like apple pie. Like, apple pie is one of my least favorite pies, but that was delicious. Like, so good. And Cliff, thankfully the poll is evening out a little bit. It's like 50-50, so maybe...
Yeah, thanks to all you guys voting no in all of your different accounts.
Hey, I mean, it's just...
We're not skewing the result.
Yeah.
It's called cheating. You're rigging the system.
We don't want to get on a plane with a puddle in our seats, you know? All right, first ride of the day. Outlaw Run. I think it's no secret, though, that this is probably my favorite ride in the park. Can't wait to get a slightly drizzly ride on this monster of a wooden coaster that goes down the drop. We're riding again. Plain and simple, right, Zach?
What was that?
We're riding again.
Oh yeah,
Like, come
100%.
on. Come on.
That's honestly the best ride in the park.
Yeah, like, I don't think that's a question right now. It's, Well, with that, our days, at least for now, of riding Outlaw Run, this beast right here, it's over. That was our last ride. Finally got the very back row. Just an incredible ride. Like, I can't believe that this was one of RMC's original creations, like within their first couple of years. I just can't believe it. It's so freaking good. Fire in the hole, indeed. That's right, we're riding fire in the hole again. So this is currently the only area of the park we really haven't explored, and it's got actual houses from the 1880s. But one highlight is they actually have a church, and they do hold service in here. But I will say, at the back of the chapel, there is a beautiful view of the woods below. Seeing all the moss dropping down water from the rain on these old houses, it's just magical to me. Being kind of a history freak myself, seeing all of this stuff still alive and well. If you're hankering for some apple butter, this is the place to go. Okay, for real, I'm kind of mad I waited till day 3 to come over here. This is incredible. I love this. Here's Bertle's cabin, which Bertle Mannon came to Missouri from Nebraska. Interesting. And I guess she embodied the pioneer spiritus. I guess she embodied the pioneer spirit and lived her life with no modern conveniences. Wow, that's pretty crazy. To think that she lives here with no modern conveniences. Wow, definitely a different time in history, that's for sure. And I'm sure this is probably the best place to see a show, just with all the trees around and all the wood chips below. Like, it doesn't even feel like we're in a theme park anymore. It feels like we're actually back in time. It is incredible. I could just spend all day in this part of the park. I mean, they have a bunch of farm tools. You just saw Daisy, the mini donkey. And they even have a carriage that is literally 100 years old. Just amazing. Now, usually there would be more animals than just Daisy to pet. But at the time, because of everything going on in the world, they do not have them out. So they usually have some pigs and even some bunnies and rabbits. Man, that train is amazing. But yeah, sadly, none of those right now. Hopefully, they'll be coming back very soon. Looks like they've planted these dogwood trees here in honor of citizens or employees that have worked for 50 seasons at the park, which is just an incredible feat. All right, we're gonna brave the half-hour wait for our final ride of the trip, Time Traveler. Such a phenomenal ride. And it's running 2 trains now instead of 1, so we're definitely gonna wait. It's a half hour.
Flip the switch. Wait, Papa. I've got to check the pressure gauges.
Got our first ride on Time Traveler ever. Oh my gosh, wait a second. No, we didn't. That was our last ride of the trip.
Oh.
Sad face, man. I think we're all ready to cry at this point, but such a fun day and trip overall. But seriously though, Time Traveler, what a fantastic ride. It's definitely grown on me. I will admit the first day I wasn't too over the moon on it, but now it's easily one of my favorite rides in the park. And one of my favorite rides of all time. Well, before we leave this park for the final time this trip, we're gonna check out some taffy. Look at all this taffy. I don't think I've ever seen so much taffy in my life. And they have so many different flavors. I think I'm gonna have to get some. So there's also a bunch of specialty flavors like Time Traveler, Outlaw Run, and even Mystic River Splash. I think I'm definitely gonna try and get a couple of these. Super excited. And they should be pretty cheap. I mean, realistically, 1 pound is $10. I think this is awesome. You actually grab a little bucket to put your taffy in. Or if you just want a random assortment or a certain flavor, you can get a pound of that for $10 too. They even have like this old-timey scale. It's not exactly the most accurate thing, but it can give you a better estimate of how much candy you're actually buying. So currently I've got about 1/4 a pound, which is gonna cost me probably around $3, but that's perfect. And they're even doing a demonstration of how to make the actual taffy, which right now they're doing coconut cream. Interestingly enough, they have wildfire taffy too. Apparently it's spicy, but it's $1.29 for a couple of these. I'm definitely gonna pick them up and hope I'm okay. So I literally bought like a 1/4 pound of taffy. It was only $3, and that's with a specialty wildfire taffy, which supposedly is extremely hot. So we'll see how that is.
So, just got the wildfire taffy. Supposedly it's extremely hot. Let's find out. Oh, it's super cinnamony. Really, oh my goodness, that's a lot of cinnamon. I don't know if I'd necessarily call it extremely hot, but it's super cinnamony, like a hot tamale or a red hot even, I guess, right? I don't know those.
Tastes like a red hot.
Yeah, it's like a red hot. That's pretty good though. Oh my goodness. Woo! I was crying a little bit actually. The cinnamon really got to me. I don't know what happened, but like 30 seconds in, it was like, oh, cooling off now. Listening to some more cello. Gotta love some Bach. I love to play this too. But these taffies are amazing, and you definitely need to try them.
Now, speaking of things that are closed, sadly, the Marvel Cave Tour is closed at the moment, and this would have been the exit of it. Hopefully, we'll be able to do this next time we visit. I really can't wait to do this, for sure. Speaking of being in the exit gift shop, though, I did purchase one of these 60th anniversary pins. Super excited to add it to my collection. Goodbye, Silver Dollar City. We'll see you real soon.
I need to do it in the car.
Silver Dollar City, 2.5 full days here. Well, that doesn't really make sense, but regardless, 2.5 days, still not enough time to do absolutely everything at this park. I can't wait to come back. It's gonna be a yearly thing. I know I've been repeating myself a lot on this trip, but I just can't put it into words how much I really adore this place. It is just phenomenal all around. As I'm looking at Wildfire for the last time for at least a good 6 months or so, and Powder Keg running around, it just makes me feel super happy that I was able to visit. And even in these tumultuous times, being able to keep as safe as possible and take all the precautions too, it just, I don't know, it was a great getaway, if you will, after a full year of staying at home. So
But with that said, if you would like to see even more content involving Silver Dollar City in the future, make sure to subscribe, because we're going to have a bunch of reviews coming out very soon about the coasters and rides that we got to experience over our awesome trip. And of course, make sure to go check out all of my friends that were able to come together safely and have a great time at a wonderful theme park. All their links will be in the description down below. But of course, with the Frisco Steam Train blowing its whistle, we'll see you on the next ride.